Hey everyone, it's Shotzi for the Rough Cuts on Sunday. It's been a bit of a stressful week for me, so I'm doing a comedy this week. Doing one of my favorite movies, Murder by Death. Favorite comedy. Okay, it's pretty much every week. It's like one of my favorite movies. So, Murder by Death, written by Neil Simon, all-star cast. The cast of this was awesome. This was directed by Richard Moore. But this movie, if you all are fans of like mysteries, specifically murder mysteries of like 30s, 40s, 50s, you will love this. Also, if you liked Clue, you'll really like this because if you've seen this and you've seen Clue, then you know that Clue really patterned a whole lot of its structure from Murder by Death. This is from 1976, and it is starring everybody. It's starring. Okay, I'll start out with who the people are supposed to be. Like, if you've ever seen like the Maltese Falcon, which had Humphrey Bogart in it, then you know that his character's name was Sam Spade. In this, you have Sam Diamond, who's played by Peter Falk, and his kind of mole that he has on his side is played by Eileen Brennan, who's hilarious in this. I love her. And you also have, from a throwback to the Thin Man series, Nick and Nora Charles, and here you have David Niven and Maggie Smith, who play Dick and Dora Charleston. And as homage to Charlie Chan, you have Sidney Wang in this movie. It's played by Peter Sellers, and Richard Narita plays his son. Because, like, if you've ever watched, like, the old Charlie Chan movies, you know that it was never a Chinese guy playing it. It was always a white guy, Sidney Toller, or I don't remember who the other one is off the top of my head right now. But it was always a white guy who played Charlie Chan. But he always did have an actual Asian son, or actor playing his numbered son. He always had either his number one son, number two son, whoever. I think there were like 5 of them. And so Richard Narita plays his number 3 adopted son in this movie. And Richard Narita's Japanese. And then you have James Coco, who is playing... What is his name in this? Milo Perrier, who's supposed to be Hercule Poirot. And you have Miss Jessie Marbles, there goes Boopy, who plays Jessica Marbles in this movie. That's played by Elsa Lanchester. She was Bride of Frankenstein. And so, is that everybody? I think I covered everybody in here. Yeah. Apart from, like, sidekicks, like James Cromwell, who's playing James Coco's sidekick in this. And what is her face? Oh my gosh, I'm like completely losing my train of thought. Estelle Winwood, who's playing Miss Marble's nurse in here. Because if you're fans of Agatha Christie and Miss Marple, as Miss Marple got older, she started having all of these nurses. And so that's like a spoof in this. She has like this ancient nurse who's like 150 years old. And this is a funny movie. It's a spoof on all of these older movies, mainly like Dashiell Hammett, things such as, you know, like Maltese Falcon, also Agatha Christie's. You know, you have Poirot, also Miss Marple, and then, you know, Charlie Chan series. So it's a spoof on all of those because, and they make reference to that in here. Truman Capote, who's a horrible actor, who's not an actor, you know, but he's acting in this, and he's kind of annoying. He's almost annoying. It's like on the edge of being really annoying in this movie. But anyway, so Truman Capote is hosting this weekend where he invites all of these great detectives over for a murder dinner. And so they all come over, and whoever solves the murder successfully gets $1 million. And so this is supposed to be the 1940s, so $1 million went a lot farther than it does now. But even still, you know, who wouldn't want to win $1 million? So the winner who solves the murder correctly gets $1 million. So that's the premise of the story while they're all coming over to this mansion. You have the blind butler, James Sir Benson Mum, who's played by Alec Guinness. And then Nancy Walker plays the mute, illiterate cook that's hired for the night. And it's a real cast of characters. Everyone, apart from Truman Capote, does a really great job in this. It's really entertaining. And some of it's confusing because what's supposed to be. Because Neil Simon was a huge fan of all of these movies and these books. And so this is it's a spoof on that. Because those of you who've watched like the Charlie Chan series, Maltese Falcon, many of the Thin Man movies, you know that a lot of the time, and especially Agatha Christie, who's like notorious for doing these things, when you're reading the book or watching the movie, you aren't given all of the clues throughout the story. So a lot of times you can't figure it out until the very end where like man X walks in and suddenly he's the murderer, even though you knew nothing about the guy. There was no clue given that he was the person, or he was even a character in the book. And so it's all a play on that. This is a horrible explanation. I'm really sorry about that. But anyway, I highly recommend watching this movie. It's a great script. Neil Simon is awesome. Also, Samuel, I think his name, no, it's Stephen Grimes. I believe his name is Stephen Grimes, who did the set design for this. He just did an awesome job in designing the castle. He did a lot of other like really nice sets in the past as well. So Stephen Grimes did a great job of set design. And because the castle of this movie is a character all in itself. And it's a great movie. Watch it. Even though this is a really crappy review, it's like, who knows, I might make it a SmackDown for this review. Yeah, so no SmackDown on Rob this week. Even though so many of you already did that. But yeah, so no SmackDown on Rob this week. But watch this movie. It's a joy. It's funny. If you like Clue, you'll like this. If you didn't like Clue, you might still like this, but probably you'll hate it. And yeah, so watch it. And I will see you all next week. So until then, have a great week. Happy Sunday, great week, and I'll see you later. Bye.